Hi, and welcome to the Crit Hit Wild podcast, where we cover all things Marvel Crisis Protocol, and we do a new character every week. This week, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 2099, and I'm your host, Fred.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Steven.
Hello, gentlemen. We have quite a bit to talk about today, seeing as how Ministravaganza just happened, and AMG saw fit to change a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. So, I think before we get started, I should probably go through upcoming events so that that's no longer hanging over our head. So, coming up on the 22nd of this month, there is a tournament at Fabricators Forge in Pittsburgh. Oh, there's not?
Bryce canceled it today.
Okay, then never mind. So if you were planning to go to the tournament on the 22nd of November, do not go, because it is no longer happening. Aw, I'm sad. Were there just not enough people signed up?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it's the affiliation. Okay. All right, well, never mind.
I think family stuff was getting in the way. People were busy with the holiday.
It is I would have 100% not been able to go if I were planning.
Yeah.
Just because it's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. No, wait, that's not correct.
It's the
Saturday before Thanksgiving. Yeah. Okay, then never mind, everyone. So, let's. Are there any other tournaments that we know about?
There is a tournament.
January?
There is a tournament at Lost Legion Games and Comics on December 20th.
December 20th. Okay.
That is the third Saturday.
Yep. Okay. Well, we shall see what the turnout is for that one. But that is the next tournament that we know about, December 20th.
Fred would never leave me hanging. He'll be there.
I'll be there. Yeah. All right. Well, those are the tournaments that we have coming up this year. I don't know of any more that are coming until next year, so we'll cover those later. Let's get started talking about all the changes that they made to our game at Ministravaganza. Okay, Brad, I'm going to let you take the reins here and lead us through the changes one by one, and we will discuss them as we go. How does that sound?
Okay. Bam.
Okay, so everyone, what we are looking at here is 4 new models that I don't think we knew. I knew we knew about Rescue. I've heard of Rescue. They were talking about her previously, but
we saw all these models at Adepticon, Fred.
Oh, we did? Okay, then. Yeah, these are the models for Iron Lad, for Ironmonger, for King the Conqueror, and for Rescue.
Okay, so Fred, who's Iron Lad?
I'm guessing he's the child of Tony Stark and Pepper
Wrong.
Potts? Okay, well, I think that's a pretty good guess.
Okay, who's Ironmonger?
A big guy. Oh, hold on. Is Ironmonger the original Iron Man suit that he made in the cave? That Tony Stark made in a cave?
You know what? In the comics, I'm not sure. It is Obadiah Stane, who is...
okay. The bad guy from the first Iron Man
Yeah,
movie.
and he was Ironmonger in that, when he builds that suit. I don't remember in the comics if he's builds this suit separately or if he modifies the original. But it's the guy that works at Tony Stark's company and tries to take it over.
It's how am I forgetting his name? Jeff Bridges. It's Jeff Bridges.
It's the dude.
Yeah. It's the dude. It's Rooster Cogburn.
He is decidedly not chill in the Iron Man movie.
Indeed.
All right, who's Kang the Conqueror?
He's the timey-wimey guy from Loki and from, I guess, from Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yeah.
And he's who
In
Marvel was trying to build towards, and then the actor turned out to have a lot of problems.
Yeah, he is a guy that has conquered the future, but it's kind of boring because there's no like strife. So he goes to the Age of Heroes, which he's read about in the history books, because it was an exciting time, and tries to take over that area too, just because he's bored, mostly.
Fun.
All right, so we're gonna circle back to
Okay.
Iron Lad, and I'm going to actually tell you who he is now. He's the teen version of Kang.
Oh, okay. He's Teen Kang.
Yeah, and his whole deal is he's trying not to become Kang. And he's also traveled back in time to the regular Marvel timeline and hangs out with other teens doing teen things. Like
Hi, I'm
fighting
Kang.
crime.
And
And then
become the bad guy.
you have to know who Rescue is.
It's Pepper Potts, right?
It is Pepper
That's,
Potts.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to some cards. We've got Iron Lad.
Yeah. We don't want to go through everything here, do
No,
we? Or...
no. But we got Iron Lad's card. We'll do a whole episode on him coming up. He is.
Yeah.
I don't know. He feels very Iron Man-y.
He does.
With a little bit of time travel stuff. So, good job there.
He's a 3 threat.
Yeah, he is. So is Ironmonger.
Yep.
The first 3 threat on a large base.
Was that? Okay.
Yep, that blows my mind.
Yep. And he has a steal on his spender,
Yes, he does.
which is cool.
It's shockingly. I mean, you can't count on it. It's on a double.
Yeah.
A double. I forget even the term that I need to use, but it's not a given.
Yeah. He is confirmed to be criminal syndicate unless they lie to us again. So that seems relevant.
Double trigger. I could not
There
think
we
of the
go.
word
Yeah.
trigger.
I couldn't
Yeah,
think of the word you're trying to do either. And then we've got Rescue. This is one of the best comics to rules conversions I have ever seen. In the comics, the rescue suit has no offensive weapons, and it sure feels like this model cannot put out any offense, but she sure does heal and remove conditions from your team.
She's got a beam for 7 dice attack. That's
yeah,
not bad.
that's fine.
That's not bad.
That's fine. That is not what she's going to spend her power on.
Right, that is correct. She will never have the 4 power on her to use it.
She's going to use it for other stuff. Spoilers. This is cool. I can't wait to talk about her. She is a dedicated healer. All right. We don't have Kang's rules, but we have 2 cards. Notably, both cards require a Nathaniel Richards, which means it can be played by Iron Lad as well.
Okay.
We'll probably talk about these cards when we eventually talk about Kang. One of them is maybe the worst tactics card I've ever seen.
How much do you want to bet that Brandon has not read either one of these, because they are both about a paragraph long?
Yeah, he does not read long text. Uh-huh. All right. Then we've got another pack.
We see here in front of us Adam Warlock, Moondragon, and Quasar, specifically Phi Lavelle.
Yeah, a couple people have been Quasar, so this is Phi Lavelle.
Okay. And we know the rules for Adam Warlock now.
Yes.
We don't know the rules for the other 2.
No. This is a cool pack. Like, Phi Lavelle's a cool character, Moondragon's a cool character, and I guess some people like Adam Warlock.
I guess. The actor is the same actor who was in Midsommar, who got his face skinned off. So
Yeah.
that's my context.
Adam Warlock is the anti Thanos, which is straight from the comics. And he has a special bonded soul gem that seems really good. And looking at his powers, he kind of has all of the powers of the other gems, almost all of them. Even though he can take every gem, and he can take 2 gems just like Thanos. The big thing that I think is cool that people should read is Chronokinesis. It is a reusable recalibration matrix on his card.
Yep.
Yeah. So that
It
seems
is
like a
very
big
good.
deal. Seems like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, also the special bonded soul gem is a 0 threat soul gem.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So he is 7 threat. He can be up to 9, but he'll almost always be 7 or 8 because he's going to take the bonded soul gem instead of one of the other ones.
Yeah. You're just leaving money on the table if you don't take that. And we're getting too in the weeds.
It's highlights,
My
Fred.
fault.
We're
My
doing
fault.
highlights.
Highlights.
Highlights. We've got
Yeah.
a slide with a typo.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the Valkyrie on Aragon and the Warriors 3. No?
We have Valkyrie on Elendil and the Warriors 3.
That's the typo.
Yeah.
So it's not the Return of the King.
Well,
It's
Aragon is the name of a Pegasus.
No, that's Aragorn. I messed up. That's on me. I messed up.
Aragon is the name of a Pegasus that a Valkyrie rides, but not this Valkyrie. It's the other Valkyrie. It's the Valkyrie we already have rides Aragon. This Valkyrie rides Elendil. Sorry, Elendil. The card's right. She's about movement. We don't know about the Warriors 3. Something they mentioned in the video is with these characters like the Warriors 3, like they're a unit. Like, you always think of them together. So they made them together. But they're open to splitting them apart and making them separate characters later as well. Like a different version of them. So that's cool.
Okay.
So if you really like Volstagg, maybe later you can play Volstagg by himself. Fred, which one of those guys is Volstagg?
Is it the guy with the big beard?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
This is early Q2, and I think everything before here was Q1. Just for release dates. And they did mention that is their estimation, their best estimation. Things can change because of various things like international shipping problems.
Right.
They played a whole cool video of mutants versus Sentinels. Hopefully they post that on YouTube soon. It was pretty cool. And then they got to this. And I am excited.
This is Brad's favorite pack. This is Danny Moonstar, Havoc, Jubilee, and Multiple Man, as well as Multiple Man and Multiple Man and Multiple Man.
Yeah. He is confirmed to have grunts. I don't know that we've seen the actual sculpt for the grunts, though. Have we?
No, I don't remember. Have we? I don't remember.
We saw these models before, but they weren't painted. Now they're painted. They look great.
They really do.
They look
these
great.
look outstanding.
I'm so
Especially
excited.
Havoc. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. There's 2 X Factor leaderships here. Havoc and Multiple Man both have a leadership. And they said that they are very, very different leaderships, which makes sense because those are very different characters with very different leadership styles. Jubilee, everyone's been waiting for Jubilee, so because of that 90s
I
cartoon.
know who Jubilee is. So that should tell everyone something. If I know a character exists, it's shocking that it's not in the game yet.
Do you know who Havoc is?
Nope. It's Cyclops' brother, right?
Good, yeah. Perfect.
I know that because of trivia stuff. I don't know that because of knowing who the character is.
He was in the 90s cartoon.
I didn't say that I had watched the 90s cartoon.
Well, you should.
I know.
We got some new Sentinels.
Yep. What we're looking at here are Bastion, Nimrod, and the Omega Sentinel. Or I guess it's Omega Sentinel. It's not the Omega Sentinel.
It's both. It can be both.
Right.
Yeah.
These look amazing. Also, like especially Nimrod. These are showpiece models that you put out on the table. Fully painted. These are the kind of things that will draw people to your game.
Yeah. Bastion's gonna be the one with the leadership, is what they said.
Not Nimrod.
Not Nimrod. Bastion.
Okay.
Which either one could have, or they both could have, really. But it's it's Bastion. All right. Next.
Yes. So this is the Operation Zero Tolerance card pack. This also comes with 2 different sculpts for Omega Sentinel, or 2 separate Omega Sentinels.
They're actually
hold
on. In the comics, they were called any person that had the nanites that turned them into a Sentinel was called an Omega Sentinel. I guess they have chosen to call them Prime Sentinels for the game.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. These are Prime Sentinels.
Yeah.
There are also 2 new Crisis cards that are visible in this picture that we're looking at right here. Should we go through them both, Brad?
Yeah, we'll talk about them later.
Okay.
Prime Sentinels have the same stat card, and you can take 2 of them, like the Mark IVs.
Yep.
And they are lower points. So they're probably 3 points.
Okay. They're probably 3 threats.
Yeah.
All right.
So that you can fill out your Sentinel lists a little bit easier. And this is the new card rotation for Crisis cards that's coming up. Next.
Okay.
We got a picture of some repacks and some new stuff. I don't know that there's anything that exciting here.
They're repacking Sam, She-Hulk. Is that Ant-Man and the Wasp? Are there 5 characters in that box?
There sure are, because you missed War Machine.
That's interesting. Yeah, and War Machine. Yeah.
And then
it's just they've never shipped a 5 character box before, have they?
They have.
Yes, they have.
Oh, they have.
Criminal Syndicate.
Defenders.
Criminal Syndicate. It was one of those.
Yeah, Criminal Syndicate only has 4.
Yeah. They have Silver Sable, Shang-Chi, Chosen of Bast, and Namor in a box. Then they have Omega Red, Mr. Sinister, Juggernaut, and Shadow King all in a box.
What a box. What a box.
That is an interesting box. And then
That's an interesting box.
Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Blob, and Pyro in a pack.
Yes.
Together. All right.
Okay. Okay, what we're looking at here, these are the new models for the Leader, for Red Hulk, and for Sensational She-Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah. This is, we are going to talk about the changes that have been made to models through this rejiggering of the rules that they just did, and She-Hulk was not amongst those changes, and we were weirded out by that. We thought, why wouldn't they change She-Hulk at this time? Well, this is why they're putting out a new She-Hulk.
They may
So
still change She-Hulk. They Mr. Sinister has been confirmed to have gone through playtesting and was not in the pack. So
okay,
it might be that all the She-Hulk and Mr. Sinister and all those are coming out late enough in the year that they're not going to release their update cards until Adepticon.
okay.
I don't know why, if Mr. Sinister has already gone through playtesting, they wouldn't just go ahead and release the rules.
Just to keep us on the hook? I don't know. Good question.
Like, why, if you're making a character better, or if you need to make them worse, why wait?
Great
I don't know.
question.
So one thing they
Don't
said
know.
in the video is Red Hulk has a leadership.
Okay.
That's weird.
Harrison Ford.
Oh my gosh, you know nothing. That's probably a Thunderbolt's leadership.
It's a contempt in your voice, Brad.
That's probably a Thunderbolt's leadership. Probably.
Okay.
And then they said before that leader was called leader for a reason, but they'd never mentioned a leadership this time. So who knows? Who knows? Well, that's all we got there. We don't know anything.
Here's this next one is the model and sculpt for Onslaught, who I was convinced I couldn't remember the name last night when we were talking about it, and I kept saying the guy who's has the same coloration as the Sentinels, and Brad got mad at me.
He's specifically Magneto.
Right. I don't know. Look at this color scheme. This model looks cool. This model looks very cool, actually. We don't know anything about what he does, but
Nope.
Model itself is beautiful.
I bet he has a terrain throw.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't know what he does.
Well, he's the combined psyches of the evil parts of Magneto and Xavier.
I mean, but that doesn't mean that he has the same power set, does it?
I'm pretty sure he threw a bunch of terrain in the comics. And
Okay.
more importantly, he probably throws some terrain in the video game that they keep talking about, because that's all some of the people at AMG know about Marvel, is the old 90s video games.
Huh. Okay.
Because they sure haven't read the Onslaught comic, or they would not be making Onslaught. Next, we got some terrain.
Yes, these are Dark Dimension terrain pieces that have a portal with the eyeball monster from Doctor Strange Quantumania coming through it. Not Quantumania.
Shuga Garath.
Shuga Garath, that's it. I said the wrong.
You sure
I
did.
forget what the movie is called. I forget what the movie is.
Shumagorath.
Yeah, Shumagorath. Is that not what I said?
No. You said Shumagorath. Something like
I've
that.
heard it both ways.
But
Yeah, we got 3 terrain packs here.
These look amazing. They look really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
They said that
yeah.
the two big pieces with the portal and the tentacles, that those are huge. So that's cool.
Okay.
That's cool. Okay, next. We've got some new characters.
Yes. We're looking at Blackheart, at Jack-o'-lantern, and at the Orb. I'm assuming that the the middle. Wait, is Jack-o'-lantern the one on the right?
Yes.
Okay, and the orb is the middle one, correct?
No.
Oh, the orb is the guy who has an orb on his face.
He has he has
Obviously,
he has an eyeball head, Fred.
an eyeball head, and he's riding a motorcycle. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that answers that. So these are all out of order based off of the order of
Yeah.
the names, but they
Fred,
look cool.
I
Yeah.
am not going to ask you who the orb and jack-o'-lantern is. But do you know who the Blackheart is? Not the Blackheart, but just Blackheart.
Nope. Did you? What is there a reason I should know who Blackheart is?
His dad's
Kinda.
pretty famous and is in the game.
His dad is pretty famous.
And is in the game.
Is that what you?
Yes.
Uh, I have no idea. Hold on. He's got a tail, and he's got. I'm.
You're right. Nightcrawler's his dad. Good job, Fred.
Oh, and I do know who it is. Then, okay.
No, I was
Is
joking,
this
Fred.
is this the genetic progeny of Nightcrawler that became like all bestial in the
No.
Sins
No.
of Sinister?
No.
Oh, okay. Listen, I've read
Fred,
a comic book.
this is Mephisto's
Not everything
son.
is mutants. Not everything is mutants, Fred.
Fred, this is Mephisto's son.
Oh, it's Mephisto's son. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
And
Who's the mom?
a witch from the witch trials era.
Okay.
In fact, Blackheart recently met his mom through some time travel after Mephisto turned him into a human. Yep. That's it. That's the
Okay.
end of story.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't know anything about these characters. I know nothing.
I actually don't know anything about Jack-o'-lantern. So
He's a Spider-Man foe.
he's not one I know.
So
He's got a little. If you zoom in on him, he's got a little imp holding a trident
Pitchfork.
on his knee.
pitchfork.
Yeah.
Yep, sure does.
No, he is.
I like it. I like it.
Spidey villain. So,
This is not one I am familiar with. All right, next.
see?
These characters I know.
Okay. We're looking at Hulkling, at Wiccan, and at Speed. Okay. I'm guessing Speed is the one on the far right here. The one who
Correct.
has, like, dust coming off of his ankles. The other two, no idea. Is Wiccan the one on the left?
Yes, because he's. Wow. I was going to say he's a spellcaster, but that's not entirely accurate.
Okay. And then that would leave Hulkling being the middle person, who has wings and a sword.
Yeah.
Are these... Okay, I have a question for you, Brad.
Mhm.
Is this the final sculpt that we're looking at, or are these, like, generated sculpts? There's, like, a lack of definition on these ones that I'm looking at right here that I feel is not usually how AMG makes their stuff. Like, if you zoom in on his face, Hulkling looks pretty, and same for Speed. There's like a lack of definition on these.
They sure do look like the independent 3D modelers that are making fan art's work rather than AMG's work. I think they're just not finished.
Okay. Yeah. It's surprising to see them in this state. And not that they're bad. They're not bad at all. In fact, they're quite cool. It's just they look unfinished.
Yes.
And it's...
Yeah. Fred, who are Wiccan and Speed?
Oh, man. Is Speed fast? I don't know.
They are
is Speed...
they also have important parents. In fact, all
Is
three of these
Speed's...
characters.
Oh, hold on. I know the answer to that. Speed and Wiccan's mom is Scarlet Witch.
And
You told me this.
And their dad is
Scarlet Witch's... I don't know.
Scarlet Witch's husband, ex-husband now.
Vision.
Vision.
I don't know.
That's correct.
Oh,
Fred.
real?
Yeah.
Is it Vision?
Which is why,
okay.
which is how the Avengers figured out that these kids weren't real.
Okay.
But then their fake souls went into real people, so they have 2 sets of parents each.
Okay.
And then Hulkling is half Kree, half Skrull.
And not in any way related to Hulk.
Not in any way related to Hulk. When they became the Young Avengers, they kind of each modeled themselves after a famous Avenger. So Wiccan was Scarlet Witch. Speed was Quicksilver, which turns out to be mom and uncle. Hulkling after Hulk. And then there were more we'll get to in a second. Hulkling...
Is there Scout Leader America? I don't know.
Close. His name's
Lieutenant
Patriot.
America?
His name's Patriot.
Okay.
Hulkling was recently the emperor of the Skree Krull.
You did that backwards.
Wow.
That was backwards.
The Kree Skrull Alliance, but he was deposed like last month. Like it was very recently. And Wiccan and Hulkling are at least engaged. They might have got married. I think they got married.
Okay.
Yep. Next.
Okay. What we're looking at here are America Chavez, Kate Bishop, and Patriot. And I think that America Chavez is the one on the right, Kate Bishop is the left, and then Patriot's the middle?
Nope.
Is that correct?
Nope.
Okay. Is it the other way for America and Kate Bishop?
Correct. America Chavez, who was in that Doc Strange movie you were talking about earlier.
The Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
It fell out of my brain and it came back to me, but I didn't want to interrupt.
You know the girl that made the star portals in the movie? And she's jumping out of a star portal?
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it does make total sense that she's jumping out of a star portal then.
Kate Bishop, or Hawkeye 2, also in the MCU in the Hawkeye TV series, which is quite good.
Okay.
Played by Haley Steinfeld.
That's right.
Yeah.
Old Sinners before Sinners.
And then Patriot.
And I brought up Rooster Cogburn earlier, and that was also Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
In True Grit.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Okay. Yeah. So they kept calling them the New Avengers. And so I guess we're getting a New Avengers
affiliation, or just like a...
No.
Do you think it'll be different than Avengers? Like, will they all be Avengers and they'll have a new Avengers?
I think it's going to be separate.
Okay. We've thought that before, and they've not done it that way.
Yeah, but these guys really have been completely separate. Okay. I just don't know why I don't know why they aren't calling it Young Avengers. They keep calling it New Avengers. I don't know. I guess we'll see. These were the Young Avengers. Along with Iron Lad.
Okay.
And I feel like someone else important is missing, but maybe not. Anyway, they're all friends. They hang out. And that's all the reveals.
Okay. Yes, that's what we know of coming up in the near future. They also, during this event, made some vast changes to the way that the game is played. Vast is strong. They made changes to the way the game is played.
To the way the game is made. is played.
I would
As
say fundamental changes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Okay.
fundamental's a
All
good
right.
word.
Okay. So, here's Brad has pulled up the changes to the rule book. Um,
Yeah,
so how do we want to do this? Should we just
I can just
begin by
I can just run through them. So
okay.
you bring 5 extracts and 5 secures now instead of 3. You shuffle them
Yeah.
up.
So
You pull
right.
out 2 of them and hand them to your opponent, and your opponent gets to pick which one of those 2 they want to play. That's change number 1.
Yes.
Along with that, after deployment, before the first activation of the game, you roll priority again to see who goes first.
An interesting. I that was okay. Yeah. I'll hold off. I'll hold off.
No, we can talk about these changes now.
Okay. All right. So you can deploy. Assuming this bothers me. You deploy assuming that you go first, but what if you don't go first? Like your firstness changes. You can't deploy with assuming that you are going to have priority in the first round of combat anymore. Which like there are certain ways of deploying that would benefit you if you did and would harm you if you didn't.
They're
Yeah,
trying to take
exactly.
out perfect knowledge, Brent.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't like that you had that knowledge that you were going to have a safe grab first turn. And how many
Yeah, that's the
times
thing.
has things like a first activation safe grab been harmful to this game? And
I mean,
now
yeah.
it's a gamble.
Listen, it's yeah, okay. All right. I mean, you're right and I get why they made the change. It's just it hurts. I liked having a safe grab. I liked safe grabs
Yeah.
when I
You
had
have
them.
to be more flexible.
Yeah.
You have to be more flexible. And that's what he kept saying in the video. They just wanted you
Okay.
like people were taking certain things in niche cases and they just want you to play. They want you to play Marvel. Just play Marvel.
Right.
That's also why they
Quit
changed
quit
the
trying to
extracts and secures so that you have to play what you're given. Like you can't just try to force something.
yeah. I need to play with the new rule set to really have a hard opinion on it, I guess. I like because there are things about having the 5 secures and 5 extracts as a thought that I like a lot actually. It gives you more um it's less random because you get to choose which one of your 2 opponents
Yes.
uh
You like better.
crises that yeah. And that means like if you're up against Kingpin and he shows you superpowered scoundrels and anything else, you're going to pick whatever the other one was. So, yeah, I mean, I like this. I like that change.
Yeah. I
All
do
right,
too.
we can progress forward.
I actually really like both of these changes.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes, but I like them. Throws. Every
Yeah.
throw does 3 damage.
As in is a what was a size 2. Like
Yes.
all throws are now size 2 throws, except the size like that's an incorrect statement because you can still throw a size 4 thing.
It
It
does.
just does the damage
Yes.
of a size 2.
Yep.
That means size 1s are going to be thrown way more frequently.
Sure are. Which
That
nobody
means
ever threw a size 1 unless they absolutely had to. Had no other thing to throw.
right. Um, This is a huge change. This change is enormous. This means that Hulk and Juggernaut are no longer a liability to your team, or are much less of a
Okay.
liability. Uh, this means that, uh, you know what? I was thinking about this. This also probably means that Brace is going to be less of an automatic card that everybody plays. You will still probably play it pretty frequently,
Yeah.
but you don't have to be afraid of a size 4 being thrown at you,
No.
because that's just a size 2 now.
Sure. You it just means you're gonna play Brace just whenever. You're not gonna hold it waiting for them to finally throw that size 4 at you.
Right.
You're just gonna use
Yeah.
it when it's advantageous. Um, it also means because you're gonna block probably 1 to 2 most characters, so you're only gonna take
Hmm.
1 to 2 damage, which means the automatic one from throwing the character into something else doesn't feel as bad. Like at the tournament yesterday, there was a point where my opponent wanted to throw Juggernaut into Spider-Man Noir, but couldn't, and so had to settle for throwing Noir into Juggernaut for the first throw. He ended up throwing Juggernaut into Noir anyway. But under the new rules, those are pretty equivalent.
Yeah.
Like either way is pretty okay.
This is something that came up when we had dinner later that evening, is that they did not make any changes to Magneto during this errata. In a way, this is a buff to Magneto, because he's just going to throw all the size 1s that he can, that are within reach,
Yeah.
at every opportunity. And he can throw, like, what is it? It's 1 additional power for each.
Yeah. So if you have 3 size
Subsequent throw.
1s, you can throw all 3 of them for 6 power. 1, then 2,
Right.
then 3.
And that's 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. And that is actually quite good. That's pretty solid.
It's also a bit of a buff to Exodus and Cable, who pay based on the size of the terrain.
Yep.
So they can pay 1 power and still do 3 damage. Or they can pay 4 power and do 3 damage.
Right. Right.
It makes size 1 terrain was not very relevant in the game, and now it is, and I like that. You also just can't get one shot from a piece of terrain. I was gonna
That's
say
correct. Like,
unless you're Rocket, but that's not true.
Right, because he doesn't take collision damage.
He doesn't take collision damage. He only has 3 health.
who's another 3? Bob, Agent of Hydra.
Sure,
has 3
Bob.
health.
Bob is scared of throws. If he blanks out, he will die. Ooh. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. They said that they tested a lot of different things before they settled on this one. So people were all like, "You should just take away the extra 1 damage." And that was very popular opinion. They probably tried that, and they settled on this because it does make the size 1 terrain. I bet that's the big thing. It makes size 1 terrain so relevant where it wasn't before.
Right. It was just annoying things on the table before, and now those are what you're going to throw more often than not when you have the option to.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, what's next in the changes?
Change is they're adding 2 different types of objective types. There's a new secure. We have not seen one, but the rules are in the rule book, where it has a 90-degree arc And if you're in that 90-degree arc and you're within range 3 of the piece of terrain, of the token, of the token, range 3 of the token in the 90-degree arc, you are contesting. So it's a much bigger area.
Right. There are leaderships like a Red Skull 2 where they're going to be so much easier to trigger because of and honestly sins too.
Yeah.
Because they will be range 3 away from something and be securing it.
Yep.
Or be contesting it.
And then there's a new type of extract. We do have one of those, so we can talk specifics here in a second. But they are extracts that go on the field, and you do not pick up that extract. It is a container for something you pick up. So it starts full, and you go and you interact with it, and it flips over to empty, and you gain either an asset or a civilian onto your card. They said almost all of them at the end of the turn, all those disappear off your characters, off the field, everything, and you reset the extracts to full. So you can go grab another extract. So it's something where you have to keep going back and getting something to score.
Spider-Man Noir probably loves this. With it's just easy ways to get his evidence tokens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that's really interesting. Like, it changes the way that the whole extract game plays. It's not similar to Research Station, but it's similar to Research Station in that it is not an extract that leaves the table.
Right. Yeah. It makes the shape of the extract matter after turn 1.
Right. That's the thing.
Yes. Most extracts don't matter. This one will. So we have one of those. It is jailbreak leads to mass mutant escape. So these are 1 point each, and they are cells. So you go to the cell they're range 5 from each side edge. So they're 5 up and 5 over. And you get a prisoner. If you are within range 5 of the edge of the table, but not within range 1 of a cell, you drop the prisoner.
It's like the prisoner sees an opportunity and runs.
Yeah, it's
and you
at
don't
the
get the
end
point.
of your activation. That's when that happens. So you can't be like pushed during some other activation. But if you are pushed into there and you haven't activated yet, you got to get back towards the middle of the table. And then during the cleanup phase, you remove all prisoners and flip the exhausted cells back to.
I'm really interested in trying this. This seems like a cool crisis to play.
Yeah,
well, I want to play this crisis.
Fred, we can try it on Thursday if you really want, because I also really want to try it. In fact, we might play it together with this other one. This one is not one of the new. I mean, it's a new one, but it's not the new rules. You have 4 blocks, and they are 5-2 up and 5-2 over. There's 4 of them. And on the map, they have symbols on them. So one of them has a crit and a wild. One of them has hit. One of them has nothing, which is blanks. And one of them has a block and a skull. And you contest within range 2 of them instead of range 1. And every turn you roll a die, and whatever symbol comes up, you mark that token as one that doesn't activate this turn, doesn't score. So every turn you have one of the 4 doesn't score.
It's like a randomized this. There's a token that I think defenders can put out that makes it so it's secured. That Mystic Ward, yeah. It's a randomized Mystic Ward.
Sure is.
where nobody can score that secure. This is also cool. Like what we're seeing is that they're still playing in the space for these crises. They're still finding ways to make new and interesting ways to play the game. I like both of these. Both of these seem really fun.
These were designed to play together in the campaign that's coming with this pack. And it makes sense because you can absolutely be on one of the jailbreaks and be contesting the lockdown that's near it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it makes sense that these were built together. Because one of the most interesting things I think about Jailbreak is, for most scenarios, those extracts aren't going to be anywhere near the secures.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
being only 5 up from the deployment side, that's pretty close to deployment.
That is the closest it's at. It's the same as an E, but there are 2 of them that are that close now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting because, if you play Jailbreak with a D, what are you going to do? Are you going to stick near the extract so you can keep grabbing it, or are you going to go stand on the D? You can't do both, probably.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Go ahead,
I am interested in how to play this.
The other thing I'll mention is that since the extracts go away at the end, it kind of puts a little wrinkle in the stealing game.
Well, yeah, I like that. I like that.
It makes it so that Black Cat can't steal your thing and then run to the corner of the map.
Definitely. She can't do that for multiple reasons. One, they go away at the end of the
turn.
turn.
You're right.
Also, if she just moves to the corner, she will drop it.
Right.
It encourages engagement. Is basically what it comes down to.
Yes. You have to stay in that middle square, or near one of the extracts, and then you won't drop it. And you fight over it, and then someone gets it the next turn, and you fight over it, and then someone gets it the next turn, and you fight over it. I think it's great. I love the extract design. This secures whatever, and the new type of secure, I don't know yet. Like the big zone.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how that plays.
Yeah,
I have no idea what that's gonna look like.
Yeah. And then. Oh, and these 2 crisis cards, the secure and the extract, they are tournament legal as of as of Saturday, because this isn't going out today, but tomorrow.
Right.
These are legal now. All of the rules changes we talked about are legal now.
Yeah.
Check with your
they
tournament.
Are in place.
If you're playing like this weekend, check with your tournament organizer to see if they're using the new rules or not. Because I would not blame them if they're not using them yet. It's very short notice. So just check.
Oh, yeah. Rosters are changing. I think that the sum total of all the changes, everyone's roster has to change.
Well, yeah, so, you definitely have to add 4 more
you're adding
scenarios. But also, you're going to change what characters you play, I think, which is good. Shake up the meta a little bit. And now we've got actual erratas to cards. So we've got 3 tactics cards. 2 of them are the make you affiliated and give you special rules cards. Under Your Skin, which is the Sentinels one, and the Initiative, which is Shield. They said that this was just for clarity, but Steven, I think you heard that there is an effective change.
Yeah, possibly they could make the character that you designate as the Sentinel with Under Your Skin, or with the Initiative with Shield. They could possibly be affiliated before affiliation is chosen.
I don't think that's how that works, but I'm sure someone.
Saying,
I know. I'm telling our listeners, I don't think that's how that works.
Because that's the way people always assume that card worked until it was corrected later.
Yeah. So I'm sure someone's going to ask on the forums, and we'll get an answer. And I'll try to keep my eye out on it. Maybe by the next episode, we'll have an answer there. And then the professionals changed. I think that they actually changed something on this. I did not double check. But I think that you have more opportunity to trigger it now. I think before you just had one attack to trigger it, and now I think you have the rest of the round, including any shoot backs. What's that superpower called on Hawkeye?
Quick draw.
Quick draw.
Yeah.
Including quick draw could get you the secure, so, or the extract. So I think that's probably a great change.
Yeah. If that was different than how it was before,
I went to the other list building app that, unlike Cerebro, does not have the updates in yet, and it looks like that has not changed. So I think it was literally just slight wording changes.
Okay. Oh, so it was like that before.
Yes.
Okay. I have never seen. I've never used this card, and I don't think I've ever seen this card used on the table. So
people don't like paying for it before you know if you can do it or not,
right.
Which is understandable. All right. Then we've got character updates. So a lot of these are stamina changes. So some of them will go very quickly, but I'm going to run through. I'll talk about a character. We can talk very quickly what we think about it, because we are going to recalibrate these, so we don't want to talk very much. So Cassandra Nova gained 1 stamina on her injured side. Her 1 cost spender now advances the defender short instead of their speed. Flesh manipulation, her now 3 cost spender, used to be 4, and she gains an extra power during the power phase. She
all good things. She needed something because she was not getting played, and
they said from the play testing, the adding a power to the power in the power phase seemed to help her the most. That people were very happy with that change in particular. So, Sentinel, the regular Sentinel, one of its defense dice moved from Mystic to Physical, which, I mean, I think's fine.
Makes a little more sense. Yeah. I think that's better.
I was a little bummed about it, but they do count wilds as double on Mystic defense, so it's probably fine. They gained 1 stamina on their healthy side. Their builder is now 5 base dice instead of 4, but you can only pump it twice instead of 3 times. That's
so they raised the floor. Yeah, they raised the floor a little bit.
It's strictly better. They now have a superpower that they can, when they move, they can overlap size 2 or smaller terrain, and then they destroy it when they put down. So you can just walk on small terrain and destroy it, which is easier to move these models around now.
Okay.
Allies can now advance or push them. And on the injured side, they've always had on their Plasma Leak, their main attack, if they've rolled a wild, they took a damage. That attack now gives them a power, and then if they roll the wild, they damage themselves and everyone else within range 2 of them.
And then they lose 1 power.
Then they lose the power. I think that used to be there too. But
okay.
The gain of power now Now you just don't gain power if you roll wild, which is fine. But yeah, you damage everybody now, which is scary.
It can be better. Like, this is a sideways move because, like, you used to just hurt yourself. Now you could hurt the people who are around you, which could be friends and could be foes.
Yeah.
So
if it's foes, great. If it's friends, you just have to be careful.
I mean,
with them.
You ostensibly will know who you're surrounded by when you use this.
You may
maybe
not
that
have a
comes
choice.
into play.
Fred.
Maybe that's the tactic. Yes, you do. You can choose not to attack.
Oh yeah, that's a great place to be in the game.
You could. Oh, hey, listen. We're talking Sentinels here. Like reading through these originally, I thought that they didn't make enough changes to make them playable. I'm now like, I think that this is a buff. They got buffed. I think that they are better now.
They are definitely better.
Are they playable? See, the future will tell.
Yeah,
the future will tell.
They may still be waiting for
Bastion.
Yeah, they may be waiting for new friends to be playable, or maybe the Sentinel Mark IVs just don't get played and everything else does in the faction. Like
Brad, I hate to interrupt. Can we back up a little bit? I think we missed something mechanically with the rules, by the way.
What did we miss? I'm sorry.
Beams and area attacks do not damage your allies.
That's true.
Whoa!
Yes, I completely forgot about that because that's such a small but great change. Right. Yes, you are right.
Change.
You're right. That is a change. I think that is getting glossed over, and I completely forgot about it.
So I was like, wait, we have to be forgetting something here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Love that. It means that some of those spenders that have that rule and they made it cost seems like an extra power to get that rule, maybe need fixed.
Like Loki's. Loki 2 has an Area 3 spender, but you never used it anyway. So.
Storms is like that. It doesn't damage allies, and it seems like it costs too much. So,
okay.
Buff my girl Storm.
I don't know. Do you think that this is going to make area attacks more playable?
Yes.
It is extremely rare that you. I mean, even still, though, that's the thing. I guess it's going to be situational, and Carnage's area attack will always get played. If they're playing Carnage, they're trying to get that off. But other than a few area attacks, I think that most area attacks still probably don't get played very much.
I just think it's more relevant with beams, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. This is more relevant with beams.
Next.
So I'm sorry about the interruption.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. We did it. We want to be thorough, and I did forget about that because it seemed like the smallest change.
Yeah,
it's so relevant. I like it. It's not a big change, like not a big flashy change like everything else. Sentinel Prime, it got the same defensive switch, so move one of the Mystic over to physical. He lost health on each side. That was honestly one of his best features, was the amount of health he had.
Yeah, he being an 18 health model made him a lot better.
Yeah. His builder got an extra die, but capped it, pumping that by 2, just like the other ones. He does not have the rule where he destroys terrain by stomping on it. The theory is it just did not fit on the card.
It didn't. It doesn't. This card is packed.
Yeah, his spender gained a range, so it's now range 4, but lost a die and lost a cost. So it's range 4, 8 dice, 3 cost, instead of range 3, 9 dice, 4 cost. I think that's fine.
I think this is much better. I
Uh,
think
yeah. I mean, yeah,
I would give
sure.
up I would give up a dice to shoot longer and be cheaper. That's
Yeah,
a lot better.
yeah. The leadership now works when you KO a model, not just daze it. That was so dumb. And his reroll mechanic, it can now only be used uh, once per character per turn. I can't remember if before it was once per turn or if it was just free to do whenever. I can't remember which direction it went from. And then allies can push or advance this character now, which is
Okay.
good, I
Okay.
guess. Yeah.
I think overall he got a buff. He did lose health, which is
That's
not great, but
huge.
that's yeah, that's not great. But he got some changes on him that make him more playable. So
Sure.
this one's more sideways than the
Yes.
than the Sentinel Mark IV.
Yeah.
But I think that this guy was not bad. I think that in the Sentinels world, this guy worked, and the Sentinel Mark IVs did not work. So
Correct. I haven't played him out of faction, and I wasn't the only one. People were playing him occasionally as a splash character. So, you know who didn't get a sideways upgrade? Dormammu.
his was up. He
He
got
is
helped.
he is so much better. So his free attack, the sap power and the hex turned into skulls instead of wilds. Um, we'll get to why that's great in a minute. Um, his incantation of obliteration trigger used to be you had to have one of every symbol. Now you don't need a block, so that's straight better. Um, which, just pulling back for a second, Doctor Strange, his nemesis, loves to roll blocks. So them taking the block off of this is funny.
Just a middle finger to Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
it's like they want different things. They should want different things. Okay. His leadership changed. You still gain an additional power in the power phase, but you don't take damage until the cleanup phase, and it's now 5 or more instead of 6 or more, which is basically the same. Like 5 in the cleanup is the same as 6 in the power phase for whether you take damage or not. The thing it does is you can't lose your character for the turn. So, major improvement.
Right.
Yeah.
Tremendously good. Much better than what it was before.
All right. And then there's a slight but very relevant change to the way he counts skulls. So instead of just counting the defender's skulls in your roll, you now add a skull to your roll for every skull they rolled. The reason that is relevant is now you can count those for triggers. So if you're the Dormammu player and you shadow bolt and you don't roll a skull, but the opponent rolls a skull, you will still sap power and hex.
I believe that we were just joined by Brandon. Is that correct? Brandon, are you there?
I am.
We are literally talking about Dormammu right now.
I see that.
Yeah.
And
It's my boy.
how he is so much better now.
He has been improved. I feel that is strongly.
Majorly. And we'll recalibrate him later. He's definitely better. Okay. Black Widow, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think They mentioned that they were just giving Shield general buffs because they thought they were in a bad spot. So they gave Black Widow, Agent of Shield, 1 health on each side.
Yep.
She's definitely better.
I don't think I've ever seen her on the table. She has a threat value 2 version of herself and a threat value 4 version of herself, both of which are better than this model, or were better than this model.
Yeah.
Now, we shall see.
She has an automatic rapid fire, and she has interrogate and parting shot. Like,
I love interrogate. Like, interrogate's a good thing.
She should probably see more play now that she has a bit more health.
12 health for a 3 threat's really good.
Yeah. Hawkeye now gained 2 health, so he's now 5-6 instead of 4-5.
4-5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not mention in this article, but the fast draw is now 1 cost instead of 2. So that's a big change. He now may actually survive. He was a bit of a liability before. Nick Fury gained 1 health on each side of his card. Honestly, I'm baffled.
Like, all of us who have played against Nick Fury and who know that this model is very good. Like, this is a good model. And the fact that he caught 2 extra stamina is kind of wild. Like, he's really good now.
He never even
he's
gets
really
hit.
good.
Why did he need 2 health? Shield agents, they had to change the wording to just be extract objective tokens instead of civilian or asset, so they can work with the new container extracts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why they changed the wording.
I didn't even realize that was a difference that needed to be made.
So now they can grab a prisoner. So the containers aren't civilians or extracts. They give you a civilian or extract. Yeah, they're a new third type that's different.
I get it. All right.
I don't know if container is the right word, but they had to make that change. Okay, the biggest change, Emma Frost. They changed the trigger on her spender, so now before damage, you advance the defender their speed away from Emma, and then they suffer a damage. It used to be a throw, and it was limited to size 4, which was a pretty good throw. Now she can move size 5s. She still hits them for a damage, but she can't hit another character with a thing.
I guess Dormammu is a size 5 too. Because I was gonna say I don't think she can move the Sentinel.
She can't move the Sentinel. She can move Dormammu.
Yeah, and I guess that's the only difference is Dormammu himself.
Anyway, it just took that extra spike of damage on somebody she didn't attack off the table. That's what it did.
Yeah.
She lost the brace superpower because it was telekinesis, and they finally figured out that she doesn't have telekinesis. And they gave her a new superpower, Telepathic Lash. It costs 3. Choose an enemy character within range 3 of this character and roll 3 dice. The chosen character suffers 1 damage for each crit, hit, or wild rolled. If the superpower deals at least 1 damage, advance the chosen character short. The superpower can be used only once per turn. I like this superpower.
This rules. This is great.
Like
that is some control nonsense.
Now she can advance you if she does her free attack, her or this superpower.
Or she can move 3 different people.
She could move 3 different people.
Yeah.
That's great. Her diamond form it costs 0 instead of 1, and she can do it if she's making a dodge roll. not just an attack.
Mm.
Those are all the changes to normal Emma. I think what makes her really different is her diamond form. So going top to bottom, her shatter superpower, which is the one that transforms her back, now costs 5 instead of 6.
They also buffed her defenses on this.
They did. I'm sorry. They did. She's now 5/5/4 instead of straight 4s.
Like, so that makes her the second model in the game with a listed 5 physical defense.
Her throw can now throw characters, not just terrain, size 3 or less. And she can change back to normal form at the start of her activation if you want. But she loses all her power if you choose to do that. But there are so many times when I've played her that I did not transform her because I would not get to transform her back until the end of her activation, and it was going to be game breaking if I didn't transform her back. Now, if I really need her to be in her normal form for her activation, I can put her in her normal form with a drawback.
I feel like you almost never wanted to be in diamond form previously,
yeah.
and now you probably still don't want to be in diamond form if you don't have to be, but it is much less damaging to
I think it's fine.
Be forced in diamond.
And I think you're going to switch back and forth a lot more with her.
I think they really fixed her. Like,
yes.
And not that she was a problem. I think she was a good model beforehand. Well, she is much better now.
The problem was in pretty much everywhere you played her that she was the worst model on the table.
Yeah, right.
Like in every faction she was in, like if you were building a roster and you threw her in the roster and you played her, she was going to be the worst person on your table, including Hellfire, where she's the leader. She feels like, just reading through this and thinking about how she plays now, it feels like she's completely playable and fine now. Like, it feels good. I like it. Professor X gained 1 health on his injured side.
Okay. Is that the only change?
Yeah, that's the only change. This is a model that also feels like they probably didn't need to do anything, but great. Speaking of models where they maybe didn't do anything, but they did anyway, they gave Psylocke a health on her injured side.
Like she needed a buff. Like
here's the thing, Fred. I've played her a lot. You know I have. It really felt like she should have been 6'6". But
sure, I'll tell you what. From my perspective, I disagree because she kicks my ass every single time I play her. She's an amazing model. She's a fantastic model, and they buffed her. So
yeah, I'm not complaining. I like it. Star-Lord, out of the blue, gets an extra health on his injured side.
I'm gonna make the argument here that this feels better. Like, Star-Lord was the most fragile person on. He wasn't the most fragile person, but he felt like it because everyone was always targeting him.
Yeah,
like in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Winging it tokens off the field, Fred.
Yeah, exactly. And
now it's just
that extra
harder
help
to do.
It's just slightly harder to do.
Yondu, who was released not that long ago, gets 2 health, 1 on each side.
It's honestly kind of wild that he only had 11 health as a 4-threat model.
Yeah.
That was pretty low. I think he at least should have had 1 additional health. Giving him 2 probably fine. He's also really good. He was really good before they gave him this buff. So this is another case where they're buffing a good model. But yeah, okay.
But not in a way that makes him broken. Like, I think he's still fine.
No, I agree.
And that might be the last one. That is. That's
okay.
it.
So those are the changes.
Exciting.
Yeah, it was a lot going on, a lot of changes. We're certainly gonna have to change all of our rosters to make up for all the things that are different now in the game. Okay, let's move on. We've been talking for a while. So we played in a tournament yesterday. Brad, Brandon, and myself. Let's go. Let's go real quick.
Yes.
Just because we've been talking, I think, for more than an hour. I played Inhumans, and I did okay. I did okay playing Inhumans. I went 2-1, and I played against Borka in my first round. He smashed me. That's to be expected. I played against Memphis in my second round. I won this game. Inhumans started to feel really good to me during this game. And in my third round, I played JP. JP was playing Hydra. We played on 20 threat, and this game came down. This game was incredibly close. At a certain point, we were going to be tied at the end of the round, except I had a crazy spike with Lockjaw against his Baron Zemo, where I dazed Baron Zemo from, I think, full health. I think he had 5 health, and I rolled 6 successes on 4 dice. And
will do that.
Dazed him. Yep, it's one of those weird 4-die attacks. And that created a situation where I went in the next round up 2 points instead of tied, and that difference made it so that he had to play super cagey that round, and ultimately I was able to I was able to KO his Red Skull before he could activate with Karnak, and that put it into a position where he could not win. At that point, he could not come out. On top of that, a Skrull pushed his Winter Soldier off of the Secure when he picked it up, and he could not get back on the Secure. And that was it. There was no coming back from so just 2 die rolls. Me taking out Baron Zemo and him failing a Skrull pickup lost him this game. So I had a lot of fun. It was and it looks like I'm going to be playing Inhumans because I did enjoy playing them. Black Bolt rules, Karnak rules, Gorgon rules. I like them a lot. Okay, Brad, tell us about your tournament experience.
First round, I played Bad Brandon on this podcast, and I was playing. I audibled at the last minute. I've been playing Magneto Brotherhood for like weeks in casual games, and at the last minute, I decided that I was going to play Mystique Brotherhood. I was going to drop Magneto. What's his name? Exodus, and I also dropped Rogue from my list to add Yondu, Prowler, and Spider-Man Noir to my list because those all sound like fun under Mystique. So I played that. Brandon was playing Defenders with Daredevil and Echo and some other guys. And I lost this game. I was ahead the first 2 rounds, and then things went very, very, very badly for me.
But very, very good for me.
Yes.
Good guys prevailed.
Game ends 21-11. Then I played other Brandon. He was playing Weapon X, and we were at 18 threat. And he was 7 wide. and I played, of course, Mystique. It was Superpower Scoundrels, so I went pretty wide. I played Spider-Man Noir, and I played his card in all 3 of my games. I think this is the game where I met all of the requirements on Spider-Man Noir, and then Spider-Man Noir was KO'd before the cleanup phase, and I didn't get to score my 2 VPs.
Oh.
Yes. That might have happened first round too, but I know it happened this round.
I in first round, Brandon refused to give you the last. All you needed was to get one more evidence token.
That's right.
And Brandon had the opportunity, and he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, that's right.
I told him I'd keep him alive, so I walked away from him.
No, I didn't want you to. Wow. Okay. I did want him to stay alive. But I wanted you to do the objective. It was deadline to destruction. I wanted him to do it so that I would drop the token, and then he'd pick up the token. And that would actually, I needed 2 of them. That would have given me both of them if he had done that. But he wouldn't do it, which is fair. Whatever. Anyway, Weapon X, real good at killing stuff. And this was a good game. It ended 2012 in his favor. Like, I mean, he clearly won this game. But, like, there are some things that maybe had gone a little bit differently. Gambit survived, like, 4 attacks in a row from his people with 1 health and never died. And got to throw cards at people, and it was fun. Yeah. One of my flanks completely collapsed, and that lost me the game. And then Memphis was so excited that we got to play in a tournament, even though we play on casual night all the time. And he was playing Midnight Suns, and we were both 0-2, so I had to play him. And it was Extremis and Struggle for the Cube. And I really thought that Nor was going to get his stuff this game because it was Extremis, except Memphis never remembered that he could use the thing to heal. Even though I did it almost every activation to help remind him. Every one of my activations. Avalanche and Blob bullied Randy Dan in this game. And then I had set up Juggernaut as far away from Immortal Hulk as I could. And he said, "Did you do that on purpose?" I said, "I sure did." And so he used the card, One Below All. Is that the name of the card? To teleport?
That's correct.
To jump. Yeah. And he double moved, and that's it, because he used his other power to pick up something along the way to get over to the side that Juggernaut was on. And he did try to use Juggernaut to kill Spider-Man Noir, but Spider-Man Noir is unkillable. MVP of the day. So not only did I not get my investigation tokens from Interax, Spider-Man Noir just had to do like 1 or 2 damage several times to his characters and could not finish the job. Like, just failed. Spider-Man Noir is great, though. I had a blast playing him. He was my favorite character I played. So looking forward to playing more of him.
He was probably by far the best model in our game on your side.
Him or Yondu.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always have fun playing Blob, too, because you attack him, he pushes you. He activates, he pushes you. Like, he just has so many pushes. But he was only okay in that game.
Yeah. Everyone knows how I feel about the old Fred, so.
You do love Fred.
Do you love me some Fred?
So that was my tournament experience. I did beat Memphis. I told him after the game, so it's not like this will be the first time he hears it. I beat him in that game because I played better than him. Like, that did not mean I was going to win the game, but I did play. And I pointed out some things like I would activate with my only model on my right flank, which is where Immortal Hulk is, and then he'd go with Immortal Hulk when he really should have went anywhere else on the table. I also got to do a cool thing. Like, first turn of the game, Mystique puts her little token on my home D, my home extremist, and moves off the point, and that token sat there gaining me a victory point the entire rest of the game.
He never contested it.
He never contested it because I didn't have anyone over there, and Memphis is still in the part of the game where you really want to fight, and you don't always think completely about the scenario. So
Yeah, the game.
I think we let him play
the
Fred too much.
yeah,
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's the game, right? That's what this game is.
it's an aspect of this game.
I've had multiple conversations with him about like when you have like he's very reactive in his activations.
Yes.
Like if you punch somebody, he's like, "All right, my turn to punch back."
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, well, so this is the rare circumstance where I did better in a tournament than Brad did. Hey, Brandon, how did you do in this tournament?
Well, I beat the crap out of Brad in round 1, 21-11, and then I played Savage in round 2, and lost a heartbreaker at the end of round 5, 18-15. And then don't worry, in round 3, I lost another heartbreaker, 17-15 at the end of round 5.
Oh man,
to the better Brandon here.
Better Brandon.
Yeah. For the record, a fun little tidbit: Fred had a better record than me, and I had a +7 margin of victory over him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All of my wins, I won by like 2 points, and then I lost my one game by I think 10 points. So yeah.
Well, I looked at a lot of the scores. Like they were all like round 3, the scores were 18-16, 19-14, 16-13, 17-15. Like they were all super close. And even in like round 2, it was like 18-15. There was like a 20-15, and then we had like a 16. We had a couple lopsided ones, but a lot of the games were really, really close in this whole like event.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun event. 8 people is that is a perfect size for a tournament. I gotta say, 3 rounds. That's right. It's not overstaying its welcome. And it always, with 8 people, it's a perfect tournament. Like there is a defined winner. There's never a pair down or pair up. I like an 8-person event.
Yeah.
I should say the winner for this event was Savage. Congratulations to Savage. Good job. I always like when Savage comes down and plays. He's a great player, and he regularly just comes down and kicks all of our butts. So,
and an even better person, for the record.
Agreed.
He gives Fred a run from his money for like best person around.
I don't think I'm in the contention. I think it is Andrew. I think it is that guy. So, all right, let's move on now to the person that we are here to cover today. And if you give me just a moment, I can pull him up. Okay, so the person that we are here to cover today is Spider-Man 2099, otherwise known as Miguel O'Hara. His defensive stats are 4 physical, 4 energy, and 3 mystic. He has 7 stamina on the front of his card and 6 stamina on the back of his card. He has a threat value of 5, size 2, and a medium mover. Hey, Brad, why don't you do his attacks?
His first physical attack is Spider Talons. Range 2, 6 dice, cost 0. Gain power equal to damage dealt. Wild Pierce. Wild Heal. After the attack is resolved, If it dealt 1 or more damage, this character may remove 1 damage from itself. His second physical attack is Organic Web Shot. Range 4, 5 dice, cost 0, gain a power, hit pursuit, which is before damage, advance towards the defender short. And then his final physical attack is 2099, sends its regards. Range 3, 8 dice, cost 4, before damage is dealt. Defender gains poison and stun. After this attack is resolved, this character may place itself within 1 of the defender. And Wild Throw, before damage is dealt, size 4 or less, away short.
Yeah. Okay, Brandon, why don't you do the first 2 superpowers?
I like how you had to think that through, how much you wanted me to actually read here. The first superpower is an active superpower called Web Whip. It costs 2 power. You choose an enemy character within 3 and line of sight. You push it towards this character's short, then place this character within 1 of the chosen characters. Superpower can only be used once per turn. And then a reactive superpower it's called Acceleration Decoy for 3 power. While this character is defending during the modified dice step of the attack, it may use this superpower. This character may reroll any number of its defense dice, including skull results or failure results. After the attack is resolved, this character may place itself within 2 of its current position.
Okay, and Steven, why don't you finish out the card?
We have 2 and 8s. Future Tech Genius is our first one. When this character rolls dice after the effect is resolved, gain 1 power if it rolled at least 1 critical. When this character attacks, it ignores the stealth superpower, and the defender does not benefit from cover. And we also have Healing Factor 1 and Wall Crawler.
Okay, so this is 2099, and he is outstanding. He is great. He has so many ways to heal himself. Okay, instead of me talking so much about it, hey, Brad, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. He's pretty fighty for a spider.
He's a different play style.
Yeah.
He changes their play style.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard because, like, his kit's good. Webwood's good. Rerolling dice, having to pay for them for the rerolls, that kind of sucks. But rerolling dice is good. Ignoring stealth and cover is great. And he rolls a lot of dice. I don't know if he feels like a 5 threat.
Oh man. Okay. I'm going to disagree with you. All right.
It's like a 4.5. Like, he does feel better than a 4, but he just, I don't know. Like, comparing him to someone like Dracula, like,
well, I don't think there are very few 5 threats that compare well to Dracula.
Yeah, I don't know. He just feels, I don't know, not quite there. Maybe. I don't know. Go someone else. Maybe I'll have more to say later.
Okay, Brandon, what are your thoughts on Spider-Man 2099?
I think he's really good. I think I understand, kind of. I think I get what, like, this character, like, with some minor, like, changes, would very much be what, like, how they've been writing 4 threats recently. Like, you take a die off of Spider Talons, Organic Web Shot, and if you just take 1 die on each of the attacks, like, he's probably right in line with most 4 threats. However, he doesn't do that, so he does heal himself. He has a ton of displacement. He has reactive. He has outside of his activation movement, which is really good. He can technically make 2 short moves with 2 attacks and pull and place himself. Like, he can get a lot of movement. He has a lot of stuff he can do, and he seems to have the power for it a lot. I played against him in the tournament, and I mean, he felt really good, but I was never terrified of him. Like, he did not scare me as much as some other models that were being played were, or just in general. Like, I was never like, oh, I never thought this model was gonna, like, up and down my models. But he can get around. pretty well, and ignoring stealth and cover is real good.
I agree. Okay. Steven, what do you think about Spider-Man 2099?
I like that he brings something different for the web, so they're not so cookie cutter all the time. That's probably the thing that I like the most about him. I like he has a heck of a lot of movement, though. Oh my goodness, this guy can get around the board like nobody's business. So, um, oh, I haven't played against him. I haven't played with him, so my jury's kind of still out. But he could potentially be a problem if you let
Yeah,
if you let him be
I
the
want
problem.
I want to hop in here. I've got to be the person who talks this guy up because someone's got to talk this guy up. I think this is outstanding. This is a model that has the spidery mobility. He has web whip. He has all sorts of like triggers that help him. He gets pursuit triggers on his range 4/5 dice attack. Uh, he is mobile as hell. He can deal a lot of damage. He ignores cover, which is huge. He on top of all of that, he heals himself when he uses his builder, or he can. It is conditional. He does have to roll a wild, but uh, I think that this guy is outstanding. Like his table presence is second to none when it comes to web warriors. Like he will survive more than you expect him to, and he can shell out the hurt and heal himself in the process of doing it. Uh, I, he is all things. He's a web warrior with the mobility of a web warrior that can fight like Venom, that can be in the scrum like a dedicated brawling model. That is what he is. That is why he is 5 threat. And I think that he is an outstanding model. Now tell me why I'm wrong. Someone disagree with me.
He has no
Well,
You're
dice.
looking at him. And, go ahead.
He has no dice fixing, so he is like very
He has
reliant.
defensive dice fixing,
No,
like
but
which is
offensive
the
dice fixing. Like for an
right.
offensive
That's true.
character, he's very reliant on just rolling good dice. Much like another 5 threat that gets maligned, Thor. Thor,
I love
And
Thor as well.
well, you roll
from
good
experience,
dice.
Thor feels real bad when you don't.
Yes.
Real bad.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
think any of
so
us thinks this character is bad. For the record, I think this is a good character.
I
I do
I
like that it's bringing a alternative way to play Web Warriors, which I think is what this pack was intended really kind of to do, seemingly, but not take away from their identity. Um, and so I do like that there are multiple options here. But a 5 threat's still kind of tough. Like the 4 threats that Web Warriors have are great. Like I think this character might end up seeing more play outside of his affiliation than inside of his affiliation.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I disagree with that. I think he's going to be inside his affiliation. I think, especially with the changes to how the crisis cards work and that priority roll, and you want a more well-rounded list, I feel like spiders are going to want to take people who do both things.
Here's another thing. I'm also looking at him from the perspective of the old game, where that size 4 before damage is dealt throw was tremendous amounts of damage, but now that's only 3 damage.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
into whoever you throw it into. So that's another that I may be looking at him a little bit too broad, but still, I think
And
he's
that being a wild trigger is way worse than it was like what 30 hours ago.
In what way?
why? Why is that worse?
A 5 threat for 4 power, you still have to trigger it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of 5 threats that have a throw on their spender, you don't trigger it. Like Dracula, for example, it's 4 power. It has no trigger. It's auto throw.
Right.
So if that was an auto throw, I like I said, I understand. I think what Brad meant, because when you read this character, there are little tweaks that you could see this being a 4 threat character.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much.
Yeah. So I get what he means by that. Like that trigger on the throw feels like a 4 threat trigger, not a 5 threat trigger.
Okay.
Fred, do you also know people who heal 1 damage from themselves when they do their basic attack?
Who else does that?
Supergiant and Omega Red.
Okay, yeah.
Good
And
company to be in.
Yeah, they always fail.
I will say that was something that happened when I played against him more times than not that I heard Savage say was, well, I don't heal. Well, I don't heal.
Yeah.
When you roll wild,
So.
it is great because you get to pierce them and heal.
Yes, that would in our game it did not matter because almost every character I was playing counted blanks.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yes, that was very, very relevant. That it's like you for a wild it gives you an extra damage and a health back, which is crazy like value.
Yeah.
But wilds are not guaranteed.
Nope.
So spiders have always had people who could brawl, and they were the Venoms.
Venom and Daredevil.
And Daredevil can brawl, yeah. 2099 brings them someone who, like Daredevil, can brawl and also survive some attacks, where the Venoms can just fold. So I think that he's an important piece for the faction.
I agree. That is my takeaway as well.
I also want Fred to be the first one to give a letter grade just to see if it'd be even funnier if he gave the lowest letter grade.
I will be the first one to give a letter grade. Hold on. Are there any tactics cards that feature this guy before we give a letter grade?
Probably.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
one. I've got it.
What's it called?
Okay. Do you have it?
Yeah, sure.
What's it called?
It's called Great Power, Unaffiliated, Reactive. When an allied Spider-Man 2099 declares an attack action, during his activation, he may spend 1 to 2 power and may suffer up to 2 damage to play this card. Reduce the power cost of the attack by the amount of damage suffered to play this card. Add 1 dice to the attack roll for each power spent to play this card.
Okay.
So he can deal 2 damage to himself to make his spender cost or be 10 dice.
Or 12 dice under all webbed up.
Can cost 2.
Well, you pay 2 for the card, so you're still paying 4 power.
No.
You could hurt yourself for it.
Yeah, you're still spending 4 power. That's right.
Yeah, if you paid 2 power to pay the card and suffer 2 damage, then you paid 2 power to pay the super thing. So you're down a tactics card, you take 2 damage, and you add 2 dice to an attack. This card's terrible.
Yeah, I'm not into this card. I wasn't trying to defend this card. This card's not great.
Yeah, but I want to ask Brad something. Who is he fighting?
That might be Venom 2099.
I think it is.
That's from one of the newer runs. That's not from the 90s run, I think.
Yeah, that's Venom.
Recognize him.
Yeah, that's Venom 2099.
The original Spider-Man 2099 series, they kind of like tried to make it so it wasn't just new versions of Spider-Man villains that he fought, but in later runs they started adding like new versions of classic Spider-Man villains.
I'm just wondering when we see this guy in the game because he's on a card.
There are people who were on cards a long time ago that we still haven't seen.
I waited like 2 years for Dracula.
Don't ask me to name any of them, but it's definitely a thing.
Isn't
Dracula
there
was
a
in
card-
the release trailer for Midnight Suns, and then 2 years later we got him. So
Isn't there a
yeah, everyone can
card
wait.
from a while ago that had a guy named Harpoon or something like that?
Oh yeah, the Marauders definitely have not been added to the game.
Okay.
Isn't Jubilee on a card, like a really old X-Men card?
Probably, and we're just now getting her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we need to give a letter grade to. Does anyone have anything else to add? I don't think this is a particularly good card.
No.
Yeah.
I read it, I worked it all out, and it was bad.
Right.
You could
Yeah,
just,
I don't think.
you could just play it to pay 1 or 2 power to add 1 or 2 dice to one of his free attacks. That's also not worth a card slot though. So
Right. The problem is it's costing you a card slot, and Web Warriors love their cards. So, yeah, this card doesn't play.
You can play this out of affiliation.
Yes, that's true. That's true. All right, let's give a letter grade to
For the
Spider-Man.
record, don't play this out of affiliation. Just don't play it.
Let's give a letter grade to Spider-Man 2099. I think he's outstanding. I think he's great. I think he adds the brawler to the Web Warriors that they've needed. I'm giving him a solid A. I'm leaning towards an A plus, but I'm going to give him a solid A. Brad, what are you going to give to him?
B+. I'm not taking any questions.
Okay. All right, Brandon.
Oh god, I'm gonna be the pessimist again. Solid B.
Okay, and Steven.
C plus.
Did you say C plus?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So we're all over the place. All right. Well, that's.
I want to see more
think
of him, but I
Brandon
do think
and
he's good.
basically agree.
Yeah, I think he's good. I think he'll see. I kind of feel like he might end up being a model that like sees play here for a couple months, and then we just never like he just kind of falls out of like fruition.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to comic book recommendations. Brad, do you have any comic book recommendations that feature Spider-Man 2099?
I sure do. I've been waiting literally weeks for this. I wrote these like several weeks ago. Spider-Man 2099 from 1992. Peter David, Rick Leonardi. This is 46 issues from the 90s. Marvel created 2099 for 2 reasons. It's as an entry point for people who hadn't read comics before or just knew a little bit. You didn't have to know all that background. And to be 90s as fuck. They are maybe the peak 90s comic. They're so 90s. Miguel O'Hara works for Alchemex. And he ends up splicing his DNA with that of a spider and gains spider-like powers. He uses those powers to help take down an evil corporation, Alchemex, the one he works for.
Right. Of course.
It's worth noting that this is Spider-Man 2099 is very what's the right genre? It's cyberpunk.
Okay.
It's a cyberpunk superhero comic.
That sounds awesome.
If you like things like Blade Runner and the Shadowrun RPG and stuff like that, this has the same aesthetics. So, next series is called Spider-Man 2099 from 2014. This is Peter David and William Sliney. It's Sliney. And Miguel gets stuck in 2014. He time travels back in time. And Alchemex is just forming, and he has a real chance to keep the company from becoming the evil corporation it is in the future. So he goes to work there. He just can't help working at Alcavex.
I mean, it's a cyberpunk future. That's what you gotta work for the corpos.
I mean, you could just steal from
You
the
gotta make money.
corpos.
They'll get you eventually.
All right. And then the third and final series I have to recommend is called Spider-Man 2099 from 2015.
They're all called Spider-Man. Okay, all three of them.
This is by Peter David and William Sliney. They're also all written by Peter David. He's basically the only person who's ever wrote this character. And Peter David, I think, recently died. I am a personal fan of Peter David. I got to meet him once in Morgantown, West Virginia at a pop culture convention they had up there. He was really nice, even though I was a bumbling idiot, and I like his work. You should read Peter David. I'm gonna feel bad if he's not dead. I'm
Well, don't say that either.
I think I had heard that. Anyway, Miguel.
He passed away on May 24th of this year.
Okay. I thought that was correct. Thank you, Brandon. Miguel has decided that he's going to retire from being a superhero. He's still stuck in his past, our present, because he got a stable job at Parker Industries. You'll never believe who started that company. And he's he's in a relationship, which I think, honestly, as a time traveler, is very irresponsible to get in a relationship back in the past. And he has no way of telling how his actions are affecting the future. So he just retires from being Spider-Man. But a new villain shows up, and he gets a new suit, and he comes out of retirement.
Of course,
because no one's allowed to retire in comics.
No, they cannot. It is impossible.
That's it.
Okay, thank you, Brad. Well, I'm gonna keep this short because we are over 2 hours, I think. The last thing is my non sequitur recommendation. This character was in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, a fantastic movie, and it was played by Oscar Isaac. I am a huge fan of Guillermo del Toro. Just recently, Guillermo del Toro released Frankenstein, and Oscar Isaac plays Dr. Frankenstein. So go watch that. It is a very good adaptation of the source material. Guillermo del Toro nails the sets every time. Like, every set feels exactly like it should be. It's kind of incredible. I feel like there's some flaws in the movie itself, but I do very much enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. Okay, that is it for our show today. Thank you all for listening to us talk about Marvel Crisis Protocol. Hopefully all of you get some games in before it, with the new rules, before any competitive events, because things are changed. It's going to take some getting used to. And everyone out there, have fun playing this game that we all love. Goodbye.